Record. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hopping on tonight. There's a couple different things that we just wanted to talk about. A lot of fun things coming up, which is always really exciting. I'm going to start with recognition. So Success Club wise, that's the easiest way to recognize Jen Snyder is at the tip top of our board so far this month. She has, I believe, 8 points at this point, which is incredible. Amber, I saw that you are up to 4, right? That's awesome. Congratulations on that. Jess has 2 and she's potentially going to be up to 4 pretty soon too, which is really exciting. And then Jenna also has 2, which is great. So congratulations to all of you guys. I love that there are different ways that we can accrue points now this year where we talk about everything. I think so many of us love so many of the products, and it's awesome that we can just share about everything. And as we're accruing that PV, that equals Success Club points. And it just really shows in our business, which is super fun. I just want to share this really quickly too. If you guys didn't listen to Holly Hillier's National Wake Up Call from the 9th, I'm a little behind on the National Wake Up Calls. I will admit, I listen to so many different personal development things. This year, actually, one of my goals is to get back on track with like listening to them as they are coming out on the week. But Holly's was so freaking good. You guys know me, right? So here we are. I was listening to her call right before this. It is so darn good. She talks about how she maps out her month, what she's inviting to each week of the month and how it flows into the next. And her whole topic was how she achieves Success Club every month, every week of the month. Like she'll get it the first week, the second, the third, the fourth, and how she does it. It's incredible. So listen to that if you haven't, from the 9th, Holly Hillier's call. And I heard that Christina's today was freaking amazing as well. So that's next. Sarah's saying yes. Yeah. So that is next on my list to listen to. Those are just really good training calls always. And I think whether you're brand new to the business or, whether you're like Erica and I, who have been around for 5 years, I always learn something clearly by the fact that I took a page of notes on Holly's call. So listen to that. And then as far as things that are coming up, I figured we'd kind of start with that. So as always, it's important to know what you're inviting to. Holly talks about that on her call. For me, I always think, okay, what fitness thing am I inviting to? And then potentially what nutrition thing? Nutrition is not my strong suit. I will not pretend that it is. It is definitely Jen's strong suit. She's like the gut health guru, and that's where she gets a lot of her clients, is coming in for the gut protocol, because Jen does the gut protocol. She talks about it. She posts about it. She lives it. So that's what her clients come in for. Mine is usually fitness. So I'm inviting to Sure Thing, kind of round 2 is what I'm doing. I'm, promoting it to start on February 6th, but anybody can start whenever. But that's what I'm talking about, my new group of people to start this program. And I'm talking a lot about the fact that it's 3 weeks on, 1 week off, just that's a really doable amount of time for people, both mentally and physically. So I'm inviting to that. And then I know a bunch of us are doing the Eat More Desserts challenge. It always makes me smile just saying that out loud. Eat More Desserts challenge in February. I am all about dessert, and it's all about sharing all kinds of Shakeology recipes that we have and showing our clients that Shakeology does not have to be consumed in the form of a shake, because that is a big pushback a lot of times, that people will be like, I'm not a shake person. 100% what I said when I started. I remember asking Amber Kuiper is my coach, and I distinctly remember asking her if I could join without getting a shake, because I am not a shake person. And she was like, well, this is kind of how you start, give it a try for 30 days, like, drink it and see how you feel. And then I was hooked after that. But a lot of people will still, give that pushback, and just showing the different ways that we can make it. And also having those desserts in the evening is going to be key for so many of us, especially in these winter months where evening freaking starts at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and it's dark and you just feel like you're like binging all night long. Having these healthy things is going to be really good. So that's something that you can do in your group. You can hop in our group. Erica and I are going to be just pretty much sharing recipes that we are using, maybe having some challenges here and there, like saying, hey, if you make this, post a photo, post it to your social media. We might draw a prize winner, those kinds of things. But you could definitely make it your own. So we're doing that for February, like, Valentine's Day month, the month of chocolates, and just a healthier way to have chocolate. So That's kind of our plan there. Do you guys have anything else like plan wise in terms of groups, Jen or Erica? I don't think we were going to say much else. And then we have a couple like opportunities to get together. So the first one, anybody who is local to Jen and I, or if you want to come in, we would love to have you come in. There's plenty of space at my house to stay. We are going to, and Jess Pottinger, I say me and Jen, but Jess Pottinger too. And lots of people on here now that I'm thinking about it. Ashley, Kelly, lots of us are local. Okay, Amber, I'm seeing you all. We're going to have a get together on February 10th, which is a Friday evening. Jess has so kindly, her uncle, is he a manager or something, I think at Lancaster Brewing Company, and he was able to reserve us a space there for that Friday night. 6 o'clock, you said? 6:30, something like that.
6 o'clock, yeah.
6 o'clock, yes. And so we would love for as many of you guys to come as possible. We did it kind of a get together like this at Evergreen a few months back, I guess, and it's just so fun to see each other in person, right? And we want to do more of these in-person get-togethers this year. A bunch of us got together for Super Saturday a couple weeks ago, and so just to have more of this. Oh, Carrie Underwood. Okay, well, that's cool too. Fine. All right, I'll give you that. But if you're around, and also invite any challengers that you have. This is not like a coaches only get together. This is coaches, challengers, anybody in your group. But just, you know, a time to get together, have a little bit of food and hang out. So that's February 10th, Lancaster Brewing Company. And then the next in person, I was looking for the next Super Saturday event or Super Weekend event, and it looks like the Q2 one is virtual, which I don't love, but it is what it is. They're calling it, I looked at the FAQ today, FAQ 9792. They're calling it a virtual Super Surge event. And so I thought, okay, well, maybe we can get together for that, but it's on a Thursday, which is kind of odd. March 2nd is what it said. So that's tough to do something in person, but I'm sure there will be lots of announcements and stuff. So we'll just stay tuned for that date and try to do more in-person stuff. And I know a bunch of us are also going to Summit in the summer, which is a ways away, but super pumped for that. And then the last big thing, we're going to host our Diamond Retreat again this year. So we go to, for our team, Team Stronger Together, we have been going to Bedford Springs, which is in Pennsylvania, for those of you who don't live here. It's like a resort here, which is beautiful. And anyone out west? Yes, Aaron is out west too. But here in Pennsylvania, we do have that resort that we've been going to. So that is our Diamond Retreat. We're thinking about doing that the weekend of May 20th. And so in order to get an invite to that, to get your hotel room paid for, you would have to either get Diamond for the first time or get your Diamond back and hold it for 6 weeks between now and March 29th. That is the end of Q1. And so if you back 6 weeks up from that, you would have to have it by February 22nd. So that's a month from now. And if you get that, hold it for 6 weeks, you'll get your room paid for, you'll get the weekend there. It's just always so nice. It is, we do it relaxing style. We do a lot of hanging out, hiking, drinking outside. We do a little bit of exercising, but it's just a nice time to get together and kind of get away from the day-to-day chaos, especially in May. I always find that May is a very, very busy month, and it's nice to just we do Friday to Sunday. So it'll be Friday, I think the 19th of May to Sunday, the 21st, or whatever those dates may be. So I know so many of you are so close. So many of you are pushing to Diamond. I'm seeing lots of you on there. And so we want so many of you to come with us. It's really a fun weekend. So that is the last thing about that, I think. Jen or Erica, anything else there that I missed? Okay. And then the last thing that we wanted to talk about, this call will not be very long actually, was Tara, I think, had posted in our thread yesterday, just getting some price objections from people when she's reaching out, having conversations started. And then when the price comes, everything kind of comes to a halt. And that is very, very normal. I want to say that first. I think sometimes when you're a newer coach, especially, you think, well, I must be doing something wrong because these other coaches have all these people sign up and they must never get objections at all. And trust me, that's not the case at all. We get way more usually because we invite way more. We're doing it for way longer. And just knowing how, like, usually the root of the where the objection is coming from is helpful. So Jen and Erica and I are each going to kind of share a little bit about what our thoughts on that. And I shared a little bit in our thread yesterday, if anybody listened to that. But whenever I hear people with price objections, I believe that it is usually that they do not believe in themselves, that they will stick with it. And people are typically afraid that they'll spend the money and then they will fail and they will have wasted it. And, because before you're in this community, you don't really understand how it works. And I think a lot of people think, okay, it's like at home DVDs, like I have a million of those that are collecting dust in my cabinet. I don't really know how this is going to be any different. And so I usually start that conversation with relating to them and tell them that I used to feel the same way. And I will usually say, I know that, it's an investment at first. And I know that when I first started, I was really worried that maybe I wouldn't stick with it. So I never say that that's what they're feeling. I say that's how I was feeling. And usually, a lot of times there will be some back and forth there. And then I kind of explain the group. And I say the really cool thing is, when you join with us, yes, you get fitness resources. Yes, you get nutrition resources, but the biggest thing is you get this group to be a part of, where you don't have to be at a certain place at a certain time. We're all busy women, and if you're talking to another mom, I usually will say a lot of us are moms of littles in the group, or a lot of us are moms with kids with millions of activities in the group. And we have to fit our workouts in where we fit them in, but then we can plug into this group of other women who are doing the same thing and who are cheering each other on. And for me, that was the game changer. And so I'll just usually share more about that and get the conversation started that way. I'm trying to think of anything. I think that's okay. I lost track of, I was going to say something else about price, but now I lost track of what I was going to say. So Jen, you can get started while I think of the other thing that I was going to say.
Okay, so first of all, with the price, remember two things just about the straightforward price. Number one, everybody has a $20 off promo code. So remember that. That's very important. And also, there is always the base bottom body price. So right now, Jess is just talking about Sure Thing. Yes, you can sign up with the Sure Thing package, which is $180, $160 with your code. You get Sure Thing and the sliders. But there's also the base bod and body package, which is $160, aka $140. So those are just like some black and white things to remember as far as price goes. Another thing that I always do, I have a free group on Facebook, a free nutrition group. You don't have to have one, but I do. I post in there every once in a while. I post in there about Beachbody stuff, and I put my, invites in there, but I share recipes in there and tips and tricks on fitness. So anybody that has a price objection or is it not right now, or is just very hesitant, I'll offer to put them in there. Or there also is a PDF, and I can put it in, our chat later. It's actually in that Body Boss Babes Mastermind Facebook page, whatever it is, but it's always being revamped. It is a PDF of all the free workouts. It's basically a PDF of the sample workouts. It's one document. So you can say to somebody, okay, absolutely understand. How about to kind of, get you on the right path for your health and fitness? Can I send you a free, PDF or free PDF of like free workouts, which is perfect, kind of gets them in the door. And it also gives you a gateway for continued conversation. I also have a PDF that I can put in that's like free healthy taco recipes. I'm always like, hey, I love tacos. We have tacos every single Tuesday in my house. Can I share this with you? Just kind of still sharing with them free value so that you can always have that open conversation again. You can circle back around and say, hey, did you get a chance to try one of those workouts? Or maybe they'll try a workout or two and be like, you know what, I can do this. Let me, kind of circle back around. So you're always keeping that conversation open. So I think it's good to not just end it. I mean, sometimes they might end it, but if you feel like it is going somewhere and you're not really sure why, because Jess is right. A lot of times, I mean, yes, I'm not saying that amount of money is like, a drop in the hat, and it can be significant. for a lot of people, but a lot of times it's way more than that money. So if you give them a little taste of kind of what, Beachbody has to offer, then they might be willing to have more conversations down the road.
And then I think too, like you and I were talking about earlier, Jen, then checking up with them after you give them those resources. Like if you give them the free workout, say, hey, this is one of my favorites. Try out this one based on whatever you were talking about with them, whatever they're interested in. Maybe it's bar or something like, hey, there's this free bar workout. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And then check in with them a day or two later. Hey, have you had a chance to check out that workout? What are your thoughts? And then they'll also see like, okay, this is some accountability, like someone's checking in with me, someone cares whether or not I'm doing these. And that's what makes the big difference. So that's a really good point too. Yeah, go ahead, Erica.
I think it's also really important to explain what you're getting. I always, after I send information, I always follow up with a voice message and say, I just sent you the information. It can be a little intimidating or confusing. Here's what you get for your money. A year of this, a product you can try. I'm always upfront and say you can continue the products. You don't have to. And just explain everything they're getting. I also always say it's a one-time fee unless you continue products, because we assume that everyone realizes it's a one-time fee, but I've had people think that it's a monthly fee. So I just am really explicit in what you're getting for the price. And I don't offer free anything personally. So if they're like, it's too much right now, I personally just say, okay, maybe in the future, or we do have this $140 option, the 160, like Jen said, or there is the 2-week free trial too, that you could hook them up with and say, here's a 2-week free trial, give it a shot. You can cancel it. I'll check back in with you after a week to 10 days, see how you're liking it. You can then decide at that point what you want to do. Here are your 3 options. Cancel it and not get anything. You can get the 3-month trial. Actually, there's more options. You could get the year only, and the year only now isn't such a big deal. Not that it shouldn't have, it's at least giving us PV, a brand new order. So it's not kind of like that, I'm not getting SC points. It's at least going toward it. So anyway, those types of things to offer the free, and then those people will come around too. Like those knows that money right now, okay, or if they say, oh, I can't get, buy until the end of the month, we'll check in then. Hey, you told me, I remember you said that this wasn't a good time, but now it might be. Are you ready to join or whatever? Those people too, that's just their no, that's just their way of saying not right now. And they'll eventually sign up if you continue to follow up with them.
Yes, for sure. And I love that about the free 2-week trial. I sometimes forget about that, but that's a really good point too, is getting them set up with that. And then checking in with them throughout those 2 weeks. Like, hey, what workouts have you done? What have you checked out? What are your thoughts on everything? Just letting them know that community piece is there. So I think that's a really good point. And yeah, I'm with Erica. Jen is freaking amazing at her free group. I will just say that right now. She is always posting in there. It's awesome. If you have a free group like that, invite everybody to it. I don't do much in mine, so I don't invite to it because I feel like people would jump in there and be like, what is this? So I will send the free workouts. I feel like that's an easy PDF to send out, but yeah, the free 2-week trial is another really good idea. But I think that the main point is to not get scared when people have price objections and just let it shut down. I think, continuing the conversation, trying to meet them where they're at, checking back in, offering them the resources that we can offer them, and yes, the sample workouts, Rachel. So the free sample workout of each program, I just saw it today in one of our threads, Jen and Erica, somebody posted, it has all of the newest ones too, Sure Thing and everything.
It's so cool. And I might be able to put it
I
here.
saved the link somewhere, so we can definitely put that in our team page, maybe along with the call or something like that. But that's
I want to say,
really
if
easy
you
document.
sign up for the free library on Mompreneur, you get access to that PDF. Plus there's like a whole crap load of other free resources.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't know this. Okay. Oh, Mompreneur. I'm obsessed with Mompreneur. I love it. That's a really good point. Yeah, so those are just some things. And when you get those objections, I know it's really easy to get down on yourself and think that you're doing something wrong. So I just want to make sure to reiterate that that's not it. The top coaches in the network, they just get way more objections than we do. Yes, they get more yeses, but they also get way more objections and way more no's. And they're just continuing to invite and continuing to do the work. Oh, Amber, you're amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. So check the Stronger Together thread for that PDF. Perfect. And I think a big thing to focus on too is, as you're building your business, focus on the actions that you're doing rather than the outcomes. And I have to tell myself this a lot too. I'll be the first to admit I'm not where I want to be yet in January, business-wise. But Friday, I went to Panera and I worked for 3 hours straight. I have a hard time focusing in my house for some reason. Even when no one's bothering me, I just feel like I'm up, down, I'm all over the place. So I went to Panera and had 3 straight hours focused on Beachbody. I did invites, I did follow-ups, I posted in groups, I did all kinds of things. And when I left on Friday, I felt so good. I was like, you know what, regardless of what happens with all of this, I put the work in today. I reached out to people. I did what I needed to do. And if it doesn't pay off today or tomorrow, it's going to pay off at some point. And all that we can control is the actions that we do. The invites, the posts, the stories, the polls, the connections, all those things, we can always control that. And you can't control when somebody's going to say yes. You have to just keep showing up and doing the work and focus on those actions instead and make those your goals instead of saying, okay, well, my goal is, 10 new signups this month or whatever it might be. Like that would be great, sure. But what is your goal action wise? How many invites are you sending every single day to make that happen? Because that's the thing you can control. So remembering that. I think that's it. Does anybody else have like questions or anything else they want to add or talk about?
I think we want to talk about the affiliate
Yes. Yeah. Go
body
ahead, Erica.
partner.
Yeah.
So just real quick, I think are we officially Team Body now? I can't.
I don't think yet. I think they were saying March, but
I feel like most people are starting to use the
Yes.
terminology at least, like
100%.
getting used to saying that we're Team Body. And again, if you're not sure, it's no longer going to be Beachbody, which is in our leaders thread.
sorry, for some reason my internet went out. Sorry about that. Whoops. All of a
It's
sudden
okay.
I was like, how is my main internet? We have really good internet. I'm like, are you guys on the internet? Get off the internet. Okay, sorry. I feel like I'm in the 1990s.
Oh, that's too funny. So how we can kind of reword this is calling ourselves sort of like the discount coach option would be like you're getting an affiliate link. And how many times do you see on Instagram and Facebook people sharing their links like, here's the link to go and purchase this, and that person gets, they're a partner with whatever company they happen to be sharing. And nobody thinks nobody thinks anything about it, right? Here's this link, go here if you're interested in this. So anyone who has been curious at all about coaching, or any of your PCs or coaches now, that we can say, hey, this is just your affiliate link. Like, here's the share card. You can send them, or here's the, what's it called? The coach link generator. Like, we can just use those links and they're now affiliates, and anyone that orders from them, they're going to get that commission, which is exactly what every other freaking company does. So it's literally no different. And then people who, most of us on here who we are kind of building the business or have built a business, we are more of a body partner where we're partnering with the company. We're using the expertise and the resources and then sharing those out, within our groups, on our stories, on our pages and our posts. with our customers. You know, we're a little more involved. Yes, we have our links and we're sharing those obviously, but we're doing a little bit more as body partners. So some of the coaches on our team in the leaders thread have had some success using this verbiage and asking people who have been interested or just reaching out, hey, are you interested in becoming a body partner or having an affiliate link to share with friends and family that might want to join you? And people aren't as intimidated by the word coach, because the word coach kind of feels like you have to be an expert in something, or you need a certain amount of credentials or experience, right? When really, most of us don't have health and wellness background. Some of us might, but we're just sharing what's freaking working, and we're sharing the products and the workouts and the things that are working for us. Again, exactly what like any other, like I think of Emily Favre all the time for some reason with freaking a million affiliate links that she shares with people that she's partnered with, so I think that's really cool and a good way to get some people a little active, and maybe just some people who to share, and that will build our PV and build our businesses. So just be aware and start using those terms, body of affiliate and body partner.
Yeah. I think that's going to make a huge difference. Holly talked about that in the call too. That was kind of like the spot where I stopped before we hopped on tonight. But she was saying like even challengers in her group who aren't PCs or coaches at this point, if she sees them like with their Energize every morning in the group, she'll say, hey, I know you're loving your Energize. Have you ever thought about becoming an affiliate? You could share it on your social media, and every time you do and somebody orders, you could make an income off of that. I think a lot of people really just don't know that. And the word affiliate, like you said, Erica, is way less intimidating. So is partner. Partnering with a company, way less intimidating. It doesn't imply that you have any kind of expertise. You just love what you're doing and you want to share it. And that's all that coaching's ever been. But it's that word that people struggle with. I struggled with it. I didn't want to sign up. Amber asked me, I'm not really sure how many times before I finally signed up, because I was terrified of that word. And I'm like, look, I'm no one to coach anyone. I don't know what I'm doing.
Still don't like it.
I know. It's not, because it does. It implies that you're the expert and we're just a cheerleader, really. You know what I mean? Like cheering people on and just sharing what's working for us. And so the word partner is so much better. Same with affiliate. Affiliate's an even lesser commitment, I guess you'd say, than partner. So this change in wording, I think, is going to be huge, between the change from Beachbody to Body, which is awesome, and then changing this coaching verbiage is going to be really good too. So yeah, I think that's about all that we have for tonight, unless any of you have anything else that you want to talk. I know, I love all that. Abram's here. He's like, I think you guys did great. Oh my God, I love it. All right, let's get a quick picture. I love seeing so many of you too. This is just so fun. Last week, I think we had 12. This week we have 14 of us on here, which is awesome. Oh, well, actually 16. Let's include Audrey and Abram. Okay.
Abram's showing his new haircut. He's very excited.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, this is the cutest. This might be my favorite picture ever. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay, guys. Hopefully, I don't know if this recorded in 2 different pieces or what with my computer going out, but I will post it here. Amber, thank you for posting those sample workouts. And thank you guys so much for hopping on. And we will talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Bye.